Hey everyone, it's Maggie Bot, and I am vlogging live from my trip to Atlanta. I don't know if you can see the background. It doesn't look like my normal background, but I'm here for GTS's Come and Play Day, which is a retailer trade show. So a bunch of us retailers get together and we get to see the new games that are coming out by lots of different publishers, and you get to learn about their new OP kits and stuff like that. And you really also get to have a real connection one-on-one with a lot of these publishers, which is always handy because it's such a huge community and you really want to be a part of it. You don't want to feel like you only participate in it because you give them money, they give you product. You'd really rather be part of the whole community. So these types of shows are really good for that. I am on my way to play games after this vlog, but I figured I'd do my cell phone upload vlog because that's what I do when I stay in hotels apparently. I have 3 games to talk about. So today I played a game called Blood of an Englishman, which is a pretty fun title once you find out that this is actually about Jack and the Beanstalk. It's a 2-player tug-of-war where one person is Jack and one person is the giant. I lost my first game, but it's really the kind of 2-player I really enjoy. It's a 2-player tug-of-war where you're just trying to outsmart someone just enough where they don't notice something you did, and so you can win kind of, in 1 or 2 moves. Jack is nimble and quick, so he's going to try and collect beanstalks, and he does that by taking 3 actions a turn, and the giant is slow and lumbering, so he takes bigger actions, but he only gets 1 per turn. I lost my first game, but that's probably a good thing because the person I was playing against helped develop it. So hopefully she was going to be better at it than me. And then a couple nights ago I played The Colonists, which is it's a resource colony management campaign-y type game where you choose at the beginning of the game or as you play how many eras you want to play through, which are the full rounds, and within each era you have 10 turns, and you're going to be walking around this little market area taking actions which correspond to both these other colonies that you can have diplomatic relationships with. You can draw cards and you can build out your board. The walking around markety thing, which is really cool, you get 3 moves a turn, and each time you land on a tile you take an action there. That was probably the best mechanism in the game. It reminded me and one other player of Yokohama, though. So it made me really want to play Yokohama, which is still a couple months away from me having my own copy. But it was pretty neat. I like the idea of you don't necessarily block people because you can totally go on a space where someone else is, but you have to pay them resources. And so it's really expensive to get into a space with someone else. Building out on your board, I didn't feel was super interesting. It's not like a Agricola, all creatures great and small or anything like that. There's not a lot of rules there for that. It's mostly just a limited amount of space to put stuff. I liked that a lot of the tiles that you do put on those farms can level up to other things. There's a little bit of feed your people in it. Those extra colonies that you can make diplomatic relationships with will give you access to new actions. But this all came together in sort of a clunky way for me. 2 of the people at the table really liked it. I didn't quite love it. The first era was super clunky, but it was our first play and everyone was learning. And then the second era went much faster, but still didn't feel cohesive to me and it didn't excite me. I wasn't ramping up to play more of it. But the one I really want to talk to you about is Great Western Trail. So this is a Stronghold Games Alexander Pfister board game for up to 4 players. We played at 4 players, all of us new. So each player starts in the same corner, and you're going to work your way up toward Kansas City. And when you get to Kansas City, you sell cows to get cash, and then possibly put out some stations. So along the way, each turn you're going to take 4 steps, and the beginning of the game, there's only so many tiles on the board, so those steps can be all the way up to Kansas City almost in a single turn. But then every time you build buildings or have hazards, you're going to put them on the board, causing people to take longer to get to Kansas City. This was really cool. People can't use your tiles, so you're going to put tiles down that causes them to take longer to get places, but they can't actually use the actions on them, so they have to find a way to get to their own tiles or to use the neutral ones. You also have to collect hazards and get objectives. You can buy cows, which will help you get cash. And it also has, your player board starts with a lot of it covered up. And over the course of the game, you're going to take discs off that give you enhanced actions. So a little bit like Scythe, if you guys played that recently, where you're upgrading your actions as you go. Overall, we couldn't figure out what the game wanted you to do. Like, maxing out your different tracks of things didn't seem to, like, impact your score that much. The person that won got to build a lot of stations that I screwed up a couple of times. I couldn't quite make it work. I didn't have the right money at the right time to take the right action to get that station. And so myself and one other person got 52 points, and she got 90 points in our first game. So I really, really wish I had a copy of that. I can't wait to like play it some more and kind of figure it all out and figure out what the heck it wants us to do. The game doesn't seem to have a best strategy. It doesn't seem to have any like guidance whatsoever. It's a big old crazy amount of thing. I love the movement rules. I love the different paths. There's just such like interesting, cool choices in the game that I'm really excited about it. So overall, really fun. So Blood of an Englishman, 2-player, good times. Colonists, your mileage may vary. Two of the people at the table loved it. It did not strike me at all, but maybe I need another play. And then Great Western Trail was interesting. Not like top 10 of all time, nothing like that crazy, but it's got a lot of plays in it. It's probably got 6 or 7 plays in it for me before I get sick of it. So later tonight I'm going to go play some more Honshu, which is a trick-taking game where the better you do in the trick, the better your choices of drafting tiles to build a city. And the city you build kind of like a patchworky style, like patch history. So your cards kind of over and under, and then you score it like Lee Mace at the end, where different patches of different things are scored differently. And it was so much fun. So much fun. I really hope someone picks up Honshu for the States. I hope whomever does that includes a score pad and pencil in the box, because it's a tough one to score. I heard rumors, unsubstantiated, total, me and 2 other friends sitting around a table, not from them at all. I heard that Renegade wanted it, so I really hope that they do it, because it seems like right on brand for them. That's all from me for now, and I hope to do this again tomorrow. Bye!